Hello. I figured I'd go live. The guys just went out to make a Home Depot run. And I am going to just have a live little chat with you guys. See if I can get the comments up here. All right, I see it. Let me turn that down. So, itchy nose, sorry. I wanted to come on and tell you guys that I have just recently, and I'll do a craft room tour. But, hi Barb. There I was. Anywho, I want to do an update on my craft room. I did just take out a whole big cubby thing, and I'm gonna be able to use my fireplace, which I'm so excited about, because in the winter, and it's been getting cold here in South Jersey, this room gets very cold because it has a lot of windows. So I thought I want that fireplace to be turned on because I would end up using a space heater a lot of times. So that's going to be great. So yeah, I'll do a tour. I've been watching some videos by Hello. Her name is Teresa Kovalak. She's from Michigan. And she does paintings with alcohol ink. So basically the Ranger alcohol inks that come in these little bottles, which I have, and I haven't used very much, and I just love her work. I felt so inspired, and her tutorials. Hello, stranger. This is Kiwi. Say hi, Kiwi. She actually does paintings with them. And so when I saw that her videos are very well, they're in real time. And so, I mean, I think I'm going to send you guys over to see what I'm talking about. But I think she could go a little slower because I'm having a hard time knowing, like, for instance. So what I've used so far is, I think, mainly Yupo paper. Adirondack, who makes the alcohol inks, it's Tim Holtz. But they make their own alcohol ink cardstock. It's a gloss finish paper. But alcohol inks work better on a non-porous. So this is what I saw her doing, ornaments. And I went and looked all through my stash, and I know I have these, but I have to find them, or I'm going to end up having to go to, I am going to tell you where I've been. I'm going to look for these, but I think AC Moore, if you guys have an AC Moore in your area, they might have these porcelain ornaments, which are very nice to have in your stash for this reason. I also use these as the palette for them, but I want to show you what we did. So I also found these little tin, because I have so much in my stash. I have not been shopping for so long. These are made of tin, so it's non-porous. And so I was playing around, but Yupo paper, that's one of the main things that she paints on, and it's basically it's plastic paper. It's 100% polypropylene. So that's what Yupo is. This is what is this, a 4x6 pad, or this is 5x7. So it's great if you wanted to do an actual, like, little painting, and then you could frame it. But my granddaughter and I were playing, and I'll show you what we made the other day. It's kind of messy, and so, there is a learning curve, and I'm very, very new. I need to work on, I want to practice a little bit more, but I'll show you. So this is one of Maya's. We were basically just playing around and doing some of, like I said, this Teresa Kovalak. I had one of her tutorials on. But then Maya did this one, and when she went to put the carrot nose on, she had too much liquid on her brush and it made a blop. So it's just interesting. There's definitely a learning curve to it. So, but then she made this one, which was just splashing I mean, we've all played with alcohol inks, but I'm telling you, you have to check her out because Teresa, this was my attempt at an under the sea, and I mean, we stopped, but I want to play with this a little bit more. Let me see what you guys are saying. Waxed paper. Oh, see? So anyhow, I still, at my core, love learning new things, and I think that's what YouTube has given me in the past is access to so many. This was Maya just trying out all the colors that I have. These are the colors that I have in my stash to kind of get a palette and see where we're at. I have a lot of golds and yellows and browns, I found out. So I ended up going and buying black because she does her detail work with black. I'll show you. This was just some earlier playing that I did. I'm not sure if that's Yupo or not. But this is my little snowman. Now this is what Teresa does. She actually makes a painting. So when I say painting, I mean foreground, background, details, the whole thing. So the black is important because I use the black for the details, for the little branches on the tree, his hat and everything. But there's definitely a learning curve to it. Because see here, this is where I tried to go in afterwards to make clouds. And what happens is you leave a line like that. Like, so I don't know what I'm doing yet in order to but then this, I did these little grasses with like a fan brush. So it was super fun. But I think I just need to watch a lot more of her videos, and maybe I'll communicate. I'll ask her some questions on the comments. And then this was another one that I tried to do on the tin. And see this cloud, oops, this, it wants an Apple ID verification. This cloud turned out okay. Like you can just take a Q-tip and some 99% isopropyl alcohol and on a Q-tip, and you can take away the ink. So I'm just playing. I'm just learning and figuring it out. But I just wanted to share that. I didn't want to make a video about it because I don't know what I'm doing yet, obviously. So when I do, I will be filming a video. But until then, I'll send you over to her Facebook. And it's just her Facebook. I'm sorry, her YouTube channel is just called Teresa Kovalak, and I will put a link in the description box after this, but it's Kovalak, Teresa. So you guys can put in the comments what you've been working on lately, and maybe I'll get inspired. But I wanted to just give you a little life update. In September, and a lot of you know this from my Facebook page, my brother Richie, who I had recently become super, super close with, he's my only brother, and he has battled addiction his whole life. He was a heroin addict. Opioids were his demon, and he ended up overdosing in September. After he was clean for 2 years and really, really doing well, and had a spiritual awakening, which if you look up the definition of a spiritual awakening, it's exactly what happened. You let go of ego and you become more aware of what's really important, and he was doing so well and having a great life. And he did this a lot. He had 7 years clean, 5 years clean, but he would relapse, and this time he relapsed and he died. So I have good days and bad days still. It's been very hard because he was helping me with my recovery, I am still going. I continue to go to Al-Anon. I love Al-Anon. And, oh, hi, Mary. You've been doing some dot painting. Your video, you're such a creative. You've been taking a break too? Okay. And then KW has just finished a junk journal for a Christmas gift, which is great. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm doing okay. It was very hard for me because like I said, he was my go-to person for my spiritual guidance in the program. I have my son has battled addiction as well and is in recovery at the moment too. But he's having a lot of trouble with anxiety and OCD and things like that. So this program is just super helpful. So that's where I've been. I literally took a break to focus on getting some tools that I can use to help me better understand my addicted loved ones and better and really gain compassion and empathy for what they go through. And so I really wanted to make this video mainly to say that please don't think that people with addiction are just statistics, that they're weak, that they're unworthy, that they're just a junkie, an addict, because he was my brother. He was a father, a son. He was wonderful. He was amazing. And he had a disease. And I just wish the stigma would go away and that friggin' Congress would stop trying to impeach a president and friggin' do something about this opioid epidemic, and that there was more help available, because it is truly an epidemic of, it's just horrible. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, but I am okay. I am doing well. I have projects on my desk. I am hoping to get back in here. I still exercise and take care of me. I'm trying to be more self-love as well. Don't beat myself up as much. And just, we only have one life. I am 55 years old and I'm trying to embrace whatever time we have left on this earth and be the best person that I can be. And every day, it's one day at a time. You just take one day, one step at a time. Today I'm going to go to a yin yoga class at 5:30. I'm going to practice some meditation to try and improve my conscious contact with God, the God of my understanding. That's the 11th step, which is super hard for me because I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. But I love it. I'm going to just read you the step. It says, let's see. Here it is. Step 11. Sought through prayer and meditation to improve our conscious contact with God as we understood Him, praying only for knowledge of His will for us and the power to carry that out. So prayer is talking to God. Meditation is listening. I'm not a very good listener. I like to talk, and I need to give it up. I need to step back, to get out of my own way and let His will be done, which is super hard because I have trust issues, and I'm really vulnerable on YouTube because it's easy for me to just be honest and let you guys know that no matter what we look like on the outside, what material things we have, the successes and failures of our life don't define us. We are all in the same boat. We are all made of flesh and blood and have feelings and have trials and tribulations and highs and lows. And I just want to share that there's hope. I do feel that there is hope, but it all starts with what's in your own head. You know, you have to be kind to yourself, and, you know, before you can help anyone else, you have to help yourself. So that's what I've been focusing on, guys. That's what I've been trying to do. And so I want to continue that work, but I also want to get back to my serenity, which is literally, has been for years, what I do in this craft room. I create and I share what I love with you guys. And it's been one of the biggest gifts in my life to be able to have and to give back. So I need to continue to do that. At first I thought I was defining it as an escape from what I needed to do, from the work that I'm doing now, that I was neglecting myself in a way. But I wasn't. I was actually feeding myself what I needed. I was giving myself kind of the serenity that I couldn't get from the outside world. So it's okay. Forgive me. Thank you, guys. Listen, I don't want this to be, you know, I appreciate you guys. Honestly, when Richie passed, I had a hard time. I was very angry with God. I was very disappointed. And one thing I'll say, okay. Hi, Louise. One thing I'll say is that your prayers and thoughts were amazing and helped me so much. Even though I don't see you in the flesh and I don't know you personally, I know you're there and I feel your love and care, and it makes me happy. And I just want you guys to know that. Like, it's weird to say that. Like, it feels like, you know, but it's real. It really is real. The community, the Facebook community, the YouTube community has been super supportive and made me feel not so alone. Your wishes and prayers have been so well received, and I'm so thankful for that. So, but yeah, so back to, I'm gonna probably, tomorrow, Joe is going away, and I'll have lots of time on my hands. So I thank you guys so much. Yeah, I will be in the craft room this week. I have little odds and end things that I'm doing around the house. We're starting to do home improvement. You know, so I just painted our basement door, which it's just like so gorgeous now, nice and white. But I think the guys are home, so I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna do a craft room tour. All right. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll be back. All right. Thanks for watching.